Welcome to another Walk and Talk Wednesday episode here in Eastmark. I'm here with Summer from Photos by Summer Lee.
Hi.
And today is not so hot, which is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
We're not melting today, so that's great. But Summer, go ahead and tell people what you do, what problems you solve.
I'm Summer. I am a photographer in the East Valley. I've been a photographer for about 3 years now, professionally. Unprofessionally, I've kind of been doing it my whole life. I think I've had a camera since I was 10 years old, but I just never thought of it as a career, and then it happened, so it was God's will.
That's pretty cool. You got into photography when you were, well, you're still quite young. I feel like
I started my business when I was 18 years old. I was originally in trade school for something else. I thought I wanted to work in dental, and then I picked up a camera and was like, oh, I'm gonna do this on the side, and then it became my career.
You know, I think that's one of the cool things when you become an entrepreneur and you find something that was a hobby or a side passion or a side project, and then you turn that passion into a business.
Yeah, I never would have imagined it turning into what it is now, but I mean, I'm so grateful, and I literally couldn't picture my life any other way.
So Summer, with your photography business, I know a lot of people have their niches and their specialties. What problems do you solve with your photography business?
So I mainly focus on helping seniors, families who are going through changes, like growing families. I help people feel authentic in their photos. I think a lot of photographers are either very posed or very candid, and I try to be very intentional with my business and capture your authentic self. I want you to look back at the pictures and feel exactly how it felt when we were there.
I love that. Candid is the best way to go when you're, I think, especially for like kids, right? When you're shooting little kids or...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because kids, first of all, kids don't pose.
No. I actually just did a maternity session on the beach, and the mom had said, when I sent her gallery, she's like, I don't know how you got so many good photos because I thought my kid wasn't cooperating. But it's all about those in-between moments and like the kids running around, the mom picking up her kid and walking with her, having her play with things that you can find around, and just like capturing like what it really is like to be in that family. I don't want to try and make your kid smile. It's not going to happen for an hour. And I think it's even cuter when you get those in-between moments, because then those are the photos that they didn't even think they were gonna get, but then they look back on the most because they're like, oh, that was what my kid was like when they were 3. Like,
that's definitely a photographer hat, because shoot when you think, or shoot when you know that they aren't paying attention.
Exactly.
Those are the best ones. Those are the best candid shots to get.
Yeah, and then as far as posing, I think I tell everyone, a lot of people at like 90% of my shoots, people show up and they're like, okay, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, that is literally my job. You don't have to think about it. I will pose you and prompt you. If I put you in a pose and it feels not right, then you just tell me and we'll scratch it. I think that's another thing that you need to be good at as a photographer, is knowing your client and knowing that every pose you do is not gonna work the same with every single client. You just have to run with that.
You gotta be a chameleon. You gotta be able to do lots of things and on the fly, like adjust, right?
Yeah, for sure.
One thing that I'm really impressed with, well, first of all, I'm impressed with all your work, right?
Thanks.
But one thing that I really see you taking off with is doing your shoots for small businesses and branding.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So tell us a little bit more about that stuff.
Yeah, I think, so branding is really fun for me. I definitely get a lot of inspiration from like more editorial vibes for those types of shoots. I think that it's really fun because I get to sit down with my client and talk about what they want their brand to feel like, what they want their brand to kind of speak to their audience. And once you can capture your brand, then that's when your brand really takes off. If you don't have good branding photos, your social media is not gonna speak to your audience in any way. And I think it's really just about figuring out, like, again, who are you, who's your brand, and what's gonna entice your clientele. Those are really fun for me.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing your work. It's awesome to see your business grow and flourish over the past few years.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. I love seeing people that excel at what they love doing.
For sure.
And sharing that with the world. And by the way, you get to make money doing it.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, right?
What a blessing. Yeah.
It is a blessing.
I really can't complain about my job. Like, I really have no complaints.
Summer, I want to touch on something that you had mentioned is you were actually fresh out of high school, you're contemplating going to college or maybe even taking courses, and then you decide to go full bore into your photography business and really become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Maybe like, was that scary? You know, what really pushed you to do that, and any regrets with that, or maybe some words of advice for people who are, you know, about to graduate high school, right? Pretty soon here, and they're gonna be thinking about the same type of steps, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, so I think it's ironic because it actually wasn't that scary at first, because I didn't think that it was gonna be my career. And so I was just fully having fun with it, and I was just like having fun, like putting my passion to work. And I never thought that it was gonna be full time. And I think that that's what, at the end of the day, helped me take off, because I wasn't stressed or worried. And I think like I am a stressed person. Don't be fooled. I'm not like some, you know, but I think that if you just fully go into it and just like, okay, this is what I love and God's calling me to do this, like I'm just gonna see where it goes. I think that helped me take off. But I think another thing is it got scary as I went, you know what I mean? Say a year down the road, like I was 18, I didn't know anything about running a business. No one told me anything. I was just like, oh, this is fun, I'm taking photos and this is gonna be so fun. So there has been things down the road where I've been like, okay, this was really hard or this was really scary, but like you just kind of have to keep, you know, moving forward every day and teaching yourself. I think one thing that supported me a lot is I have a lot of business owner friends, different businesses, but kind of same stage of life. And it's so fun to support one another. So I think my biggest advice is make sure you have a good support system. Make sure you have people who are either have had a business that you can go to for advice. And the other thing is just, if you're passionate about it, I fully believe that God will bless your business if you like trust Him and you know, like I just think if you trust His plan for you, it can take off if you really allow it, and just have fun.
Yeah. You know, taking the opportunity to walk through those doors that opened for you, and like you said, having mentorship is huge. Even if it's not the same business, you just the day-to-day operations of like the motivation to stay disciplined, right? And just keep grinding, do the work, post on, we talked about this, post on social media.
Oh gosh, yeah, consistency. Yeah, I mean, because I'll tell you what, like I don't feel like I'm working, but yeah, some days I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to respond to all these emails. I'm like, or you know, oh, I have to like post on social media today. But it's like every little thing you do important to your business is what's going to help it. I think in the beginning I was very, very consistent. I would post every single shoot I did, even if you're a new business owner, like share everything you do, even if it's not perfect, because it's never, your work shouldn't be perfect. It should be you and authentic, but
raw.
I think raw, authentic,
but slightly polished.
Yes, right? Intentional. Like I think just share all of it, because that's what's gonna help you take off in the long run. Like my social media was just growing, and I was like, what is happening? Like I didn't even think this was gonna be my career, and then it just took off, and it was so exciting for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's so great when you don't. School's not. This is coming from someone, mind you, I have 2 college degrees.
Yeah.
School's not always the answer. Unpopular opinion, maybe a popular opinion these days. Who
I
knows?
think if you need it for what your passion is, then great, go to college.
For sure.
But if you were like me and didn't know, like, oh, I kind of want to do this, or I could do this, and again, I went to trade school for dental, and I could be working a 9 to 5 right now, but I'm grateful I'm not.
Well, you are.
Oh, I'm working a 24/7 now, actually.
Yeah, you're working more hours, but hey, at least you're your own boss, right?
Yes.
That's okay. So I will say this for you young folk, have the mentality of, and you're gonna get this from like shadowing and talking to people, which is what I would highly suggest to you people who are either about to graduate college or in college and you're kind of like on the fence about doing some things and which direction you wanna go. Find people that you wanna maybe shadow in maybe like plumbing or photography or whatever, real estate or auto detailing or whatever. Reach out to those people and ask if you could just hang out with them maybe for a few days a week, and do that for like maybe, I don't know, up to a month, and you're gonna get a good workflow idea of how that job really is and what you're gonna be doing responsibility-wise for those businesses, right? Those types of jobs, because you may think it's one thing, but it's completely different. Right?
And if it happens to be photography, I am offering mentorship soon.
Oh, really? Good for you, sister.
Yes.
Golly, it's summer over here on fire. I love it. I love it. So could you tell me a little bit about your editing style?
Okay, yeah, so my editing style is not for everyone. I think the keywords that I usually use is warm, cinematic, filmy, candid. So my editing style is very warm, which some people love it, some people hate it, and that's totally okay. I think that that's the beauty in photography, is that every photographer I know is gonna have a different editing style. Even like my closest friends who are photographers, we could take the same photo, they're gonna look completely different once we edit. And I think choosing a photographer that fits your style is so important, because at the end of the day, it's gonna help you feel more confident in your photos, and you just know you'll love them. And obviously I make different like artistic choices and decisions based on the location, the person, the outfit, everything like that. But
do you plan outfits? Sorry to cut you off, but some photographers do that. They say, hey, wear these colors, or actually like literally pick the clothes for their clients. Do you do that type of stuff as well?
Okay, so I don't do that. I do offer outfit assistance. So if you want inspiration, if you want to know, which colors will look best at this location, then I'll definitely send you like a pin board to look over. But I think honestly, I want you to feel like yourself. Again, I'm very authentic, very intentional. I don't want to tell you what to wear. I don't want to tell you what colors to wear. I want you to feel like you. And I love that, because for example, right now I'm in senior season, so I have 4 to 5 seniors a week usually.
Yeah.
And I love it because everyone shows up in something different. Some people show up in a white dress or a black dress, and then some people show up in like a polka dot dress. And I love it because it just like, you can just see everyone's character and their personality.
That's their personality, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I love it. And that's another thing I love about photography is at every shoot, I literally leave feeling like I made a friend. And that is my favorite thing, because even if there's a day where I'm like, oh, I'm so tired, like I've had 5 shoots this week, like really getting to this last shoot of the week. And then by the time I'm done, like my cup is always so full because I just like made a friend. It's so fun for me. I love it.
So Summer, I want to touch on something that a lot of people don't really understand. When I say people, I mean clients. Sometimes people may complain, hey, why are your prices so high? It's like, okay, well, let me tell you. First of all, there's gear.
Yeah.
Literally thousands of dollars for gear, literally. There's your time, your shoot time, like on site. But then a lot of people forget hours of editing.
Yeah.
Once you get home, you have all this media, sifting, editing, touching up, all the stuff. People usually don't understand that. They think maybe you just bulk edit, super easy. No, so touch on that.
Yeah, so editing is, I would say like 80% of the work. I mean, I spend about an hour to 2 hours with you. I spend the time leading up to the shoot, getting to know you, chatting with you about our session, but the bulk of the time is editing. And this might be a hot take, but I don't use AI. I don't bulk edit. I don't AI cull, like I don't do any of that. I don't AI edit. Like there's a lot of photographers that do that. And if you do, great. I'm not like, you do you. Every business owner is different, and what works for you works for you. But I am, again, a very intentional photographer. I want it to be authentic. So if I use AI, that's not authentic at all. And does that mean not authentic at all? Okay.
It's not authentic. I mean, it's literally, I think it has its place, right? For real estate photos.
Yeah, for sure. That's
literally
so different.
saved, saves hours of my life doing that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
However, for people, I don't know. I think that's just kind of weird to AI edit somebody.
Yeah.
That's unless someone requests that. It is that.
Yeah.
There's people for that. I mean, that's a service that people provide, and that's totally fine. Like to each their own. But
yeah, that's another thing too. I'll touch on is Photoshop. I use Photoshop. I don't use it a lot. I will, fix some blemishes here and there. I'll edit out like a sign in the background.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of comments all the time like, ooh, make my skin clear, make me skinnier, make me this, make me that. And I'm like,
Good
again,
Lord.
If that's what you're looking for, I'm not your photographer. This is candid.
Yeah.
I want you to look like you. I'm not gonna edit your face to make you look like some glammed up model. Like I want you to look like you. And I think that's another thing too. Just like picking the photographer that really fits you and your needs and what you want your photos to look like.
Yeah, that's where that initial consultation comes in, and really finding out what type of client that is and whether or not you're gonna be a good fit, right? Because
for sure.
You're not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, and that's the amazing thing is there's so many of us out there.
Yeah.
You will surely find one that is the best fit for you, but I hope one of us is the good fit for you.
So who's your ideal client? Maybe at this season in your business?
Yeah, I'd say For sure. I mean, seniors, I love my seniors. They are one of my favorites. Growing families, if you need maternity photos or you just want candid photos with your kids, it could be anything. I could even just come to your house, take photos of you guys hanging out in your living room or your kitchen. Like that is what I love. Couples, engagements, I do weddings, really anything branding. I like to have a variety, and it keeps it fun for me. And I love all of them for different reasons.
Yeah, your work is amazing, and I'm sure you're gonna be okay with this. Post some of her work while we're talking here.
Yeah.
It's all those things that she just mentioned. I'll post little, photo thumbnails of that, and her work is amazing. So definitely reach out to her. Speaking of, how can people get a hold of you if they want to inquire about your services?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Photos by Summer Lee. I have a link in my bio. You can just hit that and fill out an inquiry form. That's the best way to reach me. And I hope to meet you and work with you.
Love it.
Awesome.
Summer, thank you so much for hanging out
Thanks,
with your
Ian.
boy. Reach out to Summer. Make sure you get booked if you're looking to get your senior portraits. It is senior portrait season.
Yeah, it's a little late, but I might be able to squeeze you in.
Yeah, squeeze it in as much as possible.
Yeah.
Or like I said, branding. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about her branding work. It is like literally editorial style. It's beautiful. I love it. I mean, I get excited when I see her work. It's awesome. So,
I love that. Thank you.
anyways, we'll see you on the next episode of Walk and Talk Wednesdays.